buddy. Hi.
It's 11:55 a.m.
It's not that early, actually. Normally these are more exciting at 6 in the morning, but yeah, we've had a nice morning, ate food. We are about to get into our car to start our trip to Florida from Toronto.
All right, so this is our first big road trip in our Tesla. We're testing it out for the first time. We haven't done a 24-hour drive before. We hit the road at noon from downtown Toronto, and we had about 90% battery.
We're also driving the standard range rear-wheel drive version of the Model 3.
Yes.
So it's about 400. The max amount would be 400 kilometers. Obviously, you don't get that much. But yeah, we're going to test it out. We're going to Florida, 3 days, apparently 30 hours, 1,500 kilometers. So we'll keep doing updates and let you know how the charging goes, wherever we're stopping, and kind of what's around those areas. Yeah, and we'll let you know how much fun we're having too.
Heck yeah, we will.
Life is a highway. I wanna ride it all night long. If you're going my way, I wanna drive it all night long.
Okay, so we are here in lovely Woodstock, Ontario. Beautiful.
This beautiful parking lot and a hotel.
So this is our first stop. So like I said before, we left at 90%. As you can, we actually got here 30%. We've been sitting for a bit. It's at 37 now. We didn't actually get a chance when we started our entire trip to post from Toronto to where we're going in Florida. But we've done it from here in Woodstock. So far we've drove about an hour and 10 minutes roughly. But the cool thing is now we have like a entire timestamps at what time we'd get at places if we continued going, and like subsequent charge, like how long you need to sit and charge somewhere, what percentage will be when you get to like those subsequent stops. So this is pretty cool. Yes, we're going to Universal Cabana Bay. We're Universal and Disney nuts, and we just randomly decided to do this Universal trip just because we were supposed to be in Florida anyways. Doesn't matter, you don't need to know all the details, but we're ending up in fun at the end of it. That's all you need to know. But so far the trip has been really nice, not too much traffic, little bit of snow. It's a little bit gray, as you saw on the screen. It's kind of cold. It's 1 degree. That's how we do it here in Canada. But yeah, the trip has been great so far. We will update you on the next stop. So it looks like we are getting a little bit of fun snow, and look who is driving now.
It's me.
Princess Cate. And we're taking her to her castle for New Year's.
Princess Cate Cat in the Magic Kingdom.
And we're gonna see the Grinchmas before there.
We have arrived at our next destination, Charger, which is Comer, Ontario, about a half hour away from the border at Windsor.
Yep, and the little map I showed before is really cool because quite literally it says right now like we can't leave or else we'll have negative 23% battery at our next destination. So we're just charging up. As you can see, we have to, because negative 22% is not actually possible. And so yeah, so we're just gonna sit and wait. We have about 35 minutes remaining before we could actually start going. We did grab a snack and all that stuff. It is just as beautiful here as it was in our last stop.
Lovely parking lots.
Yeah. But the car has been holding up well. Our spirits have been holding up well. It's about 4:30, so we've been on the road for 4.5 hours. So not bad. We're about to get into the US. So awesome. We will see you for the next one. All right, so we're just wrapping up at the same stop that we just talked about. So here's going to be a really interesting scenario we're going to run into. To get to our next stop, apparently we'll have 5% left of our battery. So literally it's we're going with the slimmest margin possible. This apparently is the next closest one, according to our vehicle. So we'll see what happens here, because we're just gonna go and hope we get there. But look, you can see right here, we'll only be at about 5%. So I'm not sure if that means I need to keep at a certain speed or whatnot, but we'll just see what happens as we drive.
I don't think we've ever taken it down to 5% before we've charged before.
Nope,
this is going to be the lowest.
Yeah. So we'll find out what happens, but bear with us. If anyone lives near there and has a couch for us, that would be amazing. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and we'll keep you updated in about 3 hours.
So we just made a new discovery after we unplugged our charger, and it now says that we have to stay below 100 kilometers an hour to reach our destination. Is that going to happen? Doubtful. We'll find another charger instead.
Well, here, let's just recalculate and let's see what it gives us. We're going to roll the dice and see if it finds a new way. Same place. Let's see if it gives us the same warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are chargers in Michigan and earlier in Ohio, so we'll probably just stop at one of those realistically.
Or we'll find out if it reroutes. We'll let you know. We're just going to try to follow this way, and if it reroutes, it reroutes.
Let's see.
Here we go.
We are just approaching the border now, and it has rerouted us. So now it's telling us to take the supercharger in Toledo, Ohio. And here's a look at beautiful Windsor, Ontario. And if you see right up there, those lights in the sky there, that's the Ambassador Bridge that we're going to be crossing to get to the US.
I wonder why on a Saturday. Well, maybe it's people just driving into party, because some of these are Canadians, a lot are not, because they don't have license in the front.
That's a big line of cars waiting to get into Canada. Thankfully, no one wanting to get into the US right now, except us. Yay! There's Michigan.
North, south?
South.
So I go left?
Yeah.
This lane?
All right, we have made it into the United States. It is, what is that say? 5:53 p.m. and we're headed to Toledo. Holy Toledo.
All right, so here we are in sunny, oh no, wait, it's not. It's, you know what though? This parking lot is much nicer, but here we are in Ohio. We just essentially crossed into the border of Ohio. We've got to charge again, of course. This time, fortunately, it rerouted as we showed earlier. We have still about 60%. We could leave here in 15 minutes. We'll probably stay a bit longer to give us a bit of buffer. Probably recalculate the trip again, see if it sets any new points. But as it stands, like, everything's good. It was pretty quick to get across the border. Car's doing fantastic. It's kind of a little chilly here still, so we're hoping to get a little more south to get a bit of that warmth. But yeah, the trip has been fun. We're both, I think, getting a little tired. It's 7 at night. We're such lazy travelers. We've only been driving actually about 6.5, 7 hours, and most people could do this easy peasy. But yeah, we will give you an update at our next stop.
And here's our beautiful parking lot view. This time we're in a Meijer parking lot.
Ooh.
That's a grocery store. We don't have these grocery stores in Canada, but I hear they're pretty good.
Which one's blocked? It's just the snow. So we're here in Lima, Ohio. We've decided to throw in the towel and just get a hotel room. It's actually, like, if you come and take a look, it is crazy snowing. We are kind of in a just different area than we're used to driving, and so we thought the best thing for us was to chill. But check this out. Oh, where are you going? Where are we going? There's an Applebee's there, and even though, like, it's just a whatever restaurant, for us it's like awesome, and we're excited because we don't have a lot of them in Canada. Ontario.
I think the only place I've ever seen one is Niagara Falls.
Yeah, so we're gonna go slam some good American food here and fill our bellies, and it'll be delicious. The bed test.
Whee!
Oh, did you hear the squeak?
I did hear the squeak.
So it's pretty comfy. It's a little, I think, stiffer than we're used to, but actually let's see, the pillow is the real. Ooh.
Is that a good pillow?
This is a great pillow.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, this will do. Morning, everyone. So we're up at 6:51 a.m. I just got the car plugged in. We're gonna just try to take it to about 100%. It's really cold out here. It's about -6. It's just dumped a pile of snow. So the charging's a little slow because we didn't get to prime the battery. The other cool thing we're gonna do, we're gonna probably leave somewhat soon. So we're actually gonna just defrost our car. And so this will get us, you know, you could set whatever limit, but this should get us up to about 22 degrees inside. I also want to see if this will actually help reduce the time for charging because of that overheating, or because it's not preheated. So we'll see how this goes, but we're probably going to be on the road within 45 minutes and leave Ohio, which was actually all right. We had Applebee's and had a quick meal, and we were pretty exhausted once we got food in us, and came back and just watched some Paging Mr. Moreau and Mammoth Club for Disney on YouTube and went to sleep.
It's 7:40 a.m. in beautiful Lima, Ohio. We are listening to some I Mother Earth, my favorite road trip song, and we are on the road.
All right, so we're gonna show you how we like to do our Tesla driving a little, because we're going for 2 days. So I'm just gonna put on autopilot, and then here's the speed it's set to right in this max. We're gonna put it maybe 74, and then now the car just drives. Like, my foot's not on the pedals. I know regular cruise control can do this. This would be a little cooler for taking a bend. But if you look here, we don't have one for a while to show you. So maybe we'll pop back on quickly to show you when we get to a bend. But yeah.
Now, for safety features though, you are supposed to have your hands on the wheel to maintain control.
Yes, by the way, I'm not telling you how you should use it. I'm
Hands
just
on
showing you how I use it. See, this is what happens if you don't. So you just give it a little wiggle, or you can change this little guy and it will register that as well. There is some cars entering though, so I'm gonna switch lanes actually. So I turn it off, get into the middle, we'll turn it back on, and now we can stay here.
Coming up to a little bend in the road.
No hands?
Put your hands on.
I want this look, it's doing the bend. We're bending. We're bending.
Look at that beautiful sunrise.
No
Stop it.
Oh no.
Stop it. Breakfast of Champions. These are my mom's Italian Christmas cookies. They're called Cate, and they're delicious.
Look at this. We just came in to go to the washroom, but we've never been to a Meijer before. Look. Oh.
Do you need that?
Maybe I'll think about it. But this looks really cool. We don't really have things like this in Ontario, sort of.
Definitely not. This is really cool.
Kind of like a Walmart, but this is a much better.
It's like a cross between Walmart and Target.
Yeah, this looks like a much better version. So yeah.
Cool. We have discovered the joys of Meijer.
Actually, just the U.S. Like, there's a lot of stuff here that's just not available.
And so much like zero sugar stuff. Like, seriously, get on this. It's good.
Yeah. Yummy.
We have made it to beautiful London, Kentucky. We're charging up, and we found
It's bright.
it is bright. Oh, it's right there. Oh, there we go. No.
Now we're dark though.
Uh-oh. This is actually the coolest Tesla charging parking lot that we've seen so far. Look at this. They've got drive-through spots. Never seen that before.
Yeah. Although we didn't use one.
No.
Okay, so we've decided to continue this video inside the car because even though it is warmer here, it is still a little chilly. This dude I saw at the last stop too, so they're following us clearly, even though we showed up after. So when we were pulling off, actually, we noticed there's a White Castle in this area, and I've actually never been, and it is one of our favorite movies. If you know us, you'll know why. But yeah, we're gonna charge a little past. So this is telling us how much we need to charge to be fine to get to our next destination. We're actually gonna probably wait maybe 10 minutes longer because we're gonna pop off at White Castle, eat some crazy food. Hopefully we're not too sleepy to drive further. If we are, we'll probably nap in the parking lot. We did bring pillows and stuff just in case. I'm sure Cate, she's not driving the next leg, so she'll sleep regardless.
Hopefully. I suck at sleeping in cars, though. Not my favorite.
She gets motion sickness.
I do.
But yeah, we're gonna eat some yummy food. We'll let you know how it is. Like, this is really exciting for me because you can't really get it like southern US. You can't get it in Canada. I believe it's more an East Coast / Central sort of thing. I think West Coast is in and out or something. But yeah, we're excited to eat these little mini things and see how many we can eat, even though we'll probably have like 2 or something. All right, here we are. Now, obviously the drinks are fine because those are just regular everywhere. But we got some mac and cheese nibblers, I believe.
Yep.
Some little mini French fries. Like, look how tiny this is. It's just like, and
It's so cute.
I'm not a tall or big dude or anything, so this, I promise you, this is tiny. And equal sizing, boom, one of these little burgers.
It's so cute.
So we're gonna take a bite. Let's find out what all the hoopla is. Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. I'll eat it later. Snack. Okay. So it's pretty good. The one thing I will say is, like, if you look inside, it's like kind of gooey with the cheese and everything. It kind of hides away a little bit that there's actually like a burger in there. And so it's just kind of like mushy cheese sauce and kind of some meat in there. I don't know. You tell me what you think here. And now it's for Cate's turn to give it a little whirl.
It's kind of bread heavy in certain parts of it, but the flavor is very
good. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I'm trying to compare it to some other fast food burger that we've had before. It's not like McDonald's.
It's just different.
Yeah,
but
it's different, but it's amazing. And I think there's onions on here maybe that give it a little bit of flavor too.
I mean, that's the biggest problem with it. Like, even though it's really good, it's hard to distinguish what exactly you're eating in each bite. Because maybe it's because it's fresh and hot. Maybe, I don't know, but it's good. It's not a top-rated burger or anything like that.
We've got reservations at Steakhouse 71 at the Contemporary tomorrow, and that burger is for sure going to beat these, obviously. But for fast food burgers and for just like the hype of getting White Castle, I'd say this is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, now let's, you gotta,
Eat a
Cate
mac and
here
cheese.
really wanted to eat a mac and cheese bite.
Let's see.
So we're gonna find out in real time how good these are. We didn't know they had these, so. You hear that crunch? See that little piece of macaroni sticking in it? Looks like Kraft Dinner got bread.
So that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like Kraft Dinner with some breading around it, and it's delicious. It's crunchy. It's hot. It's everything I expected to be from a fast food place.
So overall, my hand is in the shot. Overall, we would say, or I would say that White Castle was more or less what I expected. You know, just kind of a decent fast food. I would definitely eat it again. I don't know if I would go out of any sort of way to make sure I got some, but it's really good. It's delicious. It facilitates road trip food.
And this is not PG friendly, but I can definitely see why Harold and Kumar wanted to go to White Castle.
Yeah.
Wow. So pretty.
We're letting Autopilot take this whole turn for us.
We are stopped in beautiful Knoxville, Tennessee. It is a gorgeous day, and this is probably my favorite of the parking lots because we've got a Target here, we've got a Five Below, we've got a Hobby Lobby, there's a Walmart, there's a Starbucks. This is just fantastic.
Sunny. It's
Yeah.
nice.
It's beautiful.
I switched from jacket to furry sweater.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Merry Christmas, everyone, and all your families everywhere. All of your families. And let there be peace in the world. Amen. Happy holidays.
Okay, Miss Kate, what just happened?
So, weirdest thing, we were driving along, listening to our music. I had cruise control on. We were just flying along. And then all of a sudden, we heard a beep and all of the systems just shut down. I was astounded because it's literally never happened to us. And
What does all the systems shut down mean?
so, like, the screen here just went completely black. Couldn't hear anything, couldn't see anything. And so I pulled into the right lane to see if it was going to recover, and I tried to reboot it, but it didn't really do anything for a few minutes. And then we finally kind of recovered everything, and it seems totally fine now. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, and we'll just see what happens as we keep driving.
Oh.
Until later, folks. Love your beaches though. And here we are, everyone. So it is 7 o'clock. It looks like it's like midnight or 1 in the morning with the exception of all the activity. So we're in Adairsville, Georgia. Which is pretty much at the start of like Georgia and Tennessee. We popped off. We have to charge, obviously. We're about to get going. We jumped into Burger King because the choices here are really like McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, or Zaxby. We looked up Zaxby first. It has, believe it or not, 1 full star rating less than Burger King. So we opted for the Burger King. At least we knew we'd get like a proper patty compared to White Castle. One thing we didn't talk about with the White Castle earlier is after we drove for a bit, we ate the 4th burger and the bottom bun just sogged right into the container.
It was so gross.
And yeah, so like we gave a verdict before. I think our final verdict is it was fun to have as an experience, but it's not anything we're ever going to try to get people to go to. If we happen to appear at it, sure, we'll figure out something, but we're not going to actively choose to do White Castle. Sorry, White Castle. Put better meat patties in there. And non-vomit soggy buns. But the burger at Burger King was great. Whoppers, super awesome, always dependable. You know what you're going to have. But yeah, other than that, we're just in this kind of lively back charging area, which is kind of nice late at night. It's nice to know there's people and activity around.
There's lots of lights. That's what I like about here.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump back on the road soon. Cate has retired her driving gloves tonight because
I didn't sleep last night. I'm really tired.
The last stretch was long, and she was just getting a little, I guess, frustrated or whatever by the end of it. So she can rest now and yeah, chill, film her love. So we will keep you posted. It's 7. We're actually gonna try to just hammer this out. I think our time frame to get to where we would like to get to is 1:30 in the morning. We're gonna see if we can do it, or at least somewhere in Florida. We want to try to just power through Georgia, and the reason being is tomorrow morning tomorrow lunch we have a reservation at Steakhouse 71 for that's a burger. We'll give you a nice like what that's all about after. You can probably find 8,000 other amazing reviews about it. So
but watch ours.
Ours will be the best. But yeah, we'll keep you posted.
Look how pretty Atlanta is.
I want the 75.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just went into Buc-ee's. We've never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
And it's literally like food, clothes, but the clothes and toys and all that are all like hunting related and all kind of Georgia spirit, which is totally cool if you're from Georgia. Apparently got to try the caramel popcorn, so we bought some, and a little bit of energy drink because probably about 3 hours still of driving. It's 10 o'clock at night, so we're just gonna power through it so we can go have our stack burger. But look at this place. This is a monster. It's must have 100 fuel tank refill stations. It has Tesla charging. We actually haven't seen any Tesla charging like that's mixed with gas stations. Definitely not a thing in Ontario at the very least. Okay, so we just stopped in
Tifton.
Tifton. Who the fuck knows where Tifton is? But yeah, we stopped here. So what happened is, I guess maybe I was speeding or something, but we were rerouted at some point to a stop just before Valdosta, which is Tifton. Originally we were supposed to end up at Valdosta next. So we just stopped here. We found out that this actually is not as powerful of a charger as Valdosta. So we've sat here, we've got enough juice to get us to Valdosta with still 40% left, which is actually pretty good. We'll sit there for 20 minutes. It should be about midnight when we either get there or leave, I don't know. And then I don't think we'll make this 152.
That's a little late.
Yeah, but we might try to somewhere at the start of Florida, maybe Jasper. We're gonna look for the nicest place to stay, like whatever. Yeah, from the highway too, right? Like so. Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there. We'll check for bed bugs. Maybe we'll end up sleeping in the car if we can't find anything. We'll wing it at this point, but yeah, we're gonna party on, keep going. Cate will probably fall asleep this little leg, although it's only 30 minutes. But yeah, we're gonna
let's
pop it
go
off and go. It's not crash right away.
Ideally not.
Yeah. Pork rinds. Night snack of champions. It's 12:20. We are
In Valdosta.
This is actually really nice.
Look at these beautiful trees back here.
If you look over there, we thought we were ending up at this scary abandoned sort of gas station slash thing. I don't know what it is.
But we actually ended up at quite a nice gas station. It's a Sun Stop. It's got a Moe's attached to it.
It's got these beautiful trees. Look at these. weeping something.
Willows? Are those willows?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Just because we're in Florida.
we're not in Florida yet.
Georgia. But also the leaves on it don't look like willow.
Oh,
Oh, we're in Florida now.
almost. Oh, is that the state line? Yeah, yeah. Here's welcome to Florida.
Hey, Florida!
Florida!
We finally made it to Florida.
Woohoo! And it is
12:40.
12:48 a.m. It is 1:47 a.m. and we have just checked into this lovely suite at the Holiday Inn in Lake City. Look at how cool this is.
This also was given to us at a
Yes.
discount. This cost $103. This is so whatever. It doesn't look like super amazing, but for $103, this is a palace. Look how massive this is. Like, got a living room in this. The bathroom's really nice. It's probably modernized. The only modernized part. It's got like marble walls. Wow.
Very pretty.
But for how much we spent on this, we are only staying like for 5 hours.
Yeah.
But
5 hours and then hitting the road.
this is awesome. This is great. Let's see. Can we open? I can lock something, but how do I pull? I don't think I can do it.
We have just left the Holiday Inn at Lake City and we're on our way to Orlando. We have a beautiful sunny day. It's still only 5 degrees Celsius right now, but it's warming up to 20, so that should be a nice day. And we have about 3 hours to go before we get there. So we just finished our last charge of the trip at Winter Garden, Florida at a Wawa station. Yeah, so anyway, so we're 18 minutes away from Disney World. We have pretty much wrapped up this trip. We'll do a little recap once we stop somewhere and
Stay tuned for burgers.
woohoo, burgers. Look, that's Tron. We're in this cool back end getting in. Look, that's the monorail right over here. We just passed Disney University. I've literally never come in from this way before. It's pretty cool.
Howdy. So take a look at this view first of all. Wow. We got to our dining reservation pretty early, about an hour, and the really cool thing is if you have a dining reservation at one of the premium Disney hotels, you can actually park there and they say roughly 3 hours. They don't want you to go off to the parks or anything like that, but she told us about 3 hours from the time your reservation starts. So we got here an hour early, so our clock hasn't even kicked off for parking and we're already parked and walked around and grabbed some yummy coffee and looked at the gingerbread house and all the cool merchandise they have. So yeah, now we're ready to get our bellies full with some burgers that we've been talking about. But really also what we wanted to do is kind of recap you a bit on the costs to get from Toronto to here and some of the things we decided to do just so you can know in case you decide to. So the first thing is, the biggest things right away are the hotels. We stayed at one at the first night. It was about $208 Canadian. It was actually really nice. It was the Hampton Inn in
Ohio. Lima, Ohio.
There we go. And then the second one, which you saw in our other video, we did last night. We stayed at a Holiday Inn in Lake City.
Yeah.
Lake City. And they gave us a discount for signing up for their member thing. It was just an email thing, and so that only cost 107 American, which I guess would be about 140 Canadian.
Something like that.
Something like that.
I think it was 103 to be precise.
Yes. And our EV charging overall cost us about $200, which is not bad for 2,000 kilometers.
$200 for the whole trip? That was it? Wow.
2,000 kilometers. In fact, like if you don't believe me. So the Tesla app actually shows you all these things. So our charge stats. So we spent $230. Today was 30. Yesterday we spent 95, and we charged 77 also on earlier Saturday. But yeah, we're having lots of fun, and we'll keep you posted on the food, which we're about to eat. It'll be delicious.
Make sure you stay tuned, hit that like and subscribe button, and we will catch you in another video.